The following episode is part of our patron-exclusive series of Imp.Tab Unpolished campaigns, which are produced thanks to the generous backing of our patrons. As you might have been able to guess from the name, this episode isn't going to be as polished as the usual episodes we release, but if you end up liking what you hear and you decide you want more, you can get all of our bonus content for only $2 a month at patreon.com/improvtabletop, including the video versions of these unpolished campaigns. Much love and stuff. Now, on with the show. What's shaking, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Imp.Tab Unpolished Miceborn, the Mausritter Chronicles. I am Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I'm joined by...
Caleb Anderton, the scrunchiest.
Connor Wood, the less scraunchy.
And Christian Randall, medium squanch.
It'll scrunch ya. It's the scrunchiest.
Good.
Oh, boy. We need to get back to another Avatar campaign one of these days.
Yeah, we do. Wink, wink.
Yeah, we do.
Well, when last we left our heroes, we used to have Simon with us, but things have changed since then.
That was so
Rest
brutal.
in peace, Simon.
Yep.
Right.
rest
He's
in
got some
peace,
new
Simon.
holes in him.
I mean, technically he's still alive, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of
If
living.
he doesn't succumb to his injuries on the way home being carried by a hare? Was it a hare?
Yeah, Fitzwhiskers, your new friend.
I trust that guy. He seems
right.
super trustworthy.
Yeah, you, when we started out, you had just met Fitzwhiskers. You were like, hey, we should probably get somebody to help us carry all of our stuff because we are small mice and we don't have a lot of inventory space. So you hired Fitzwhiskers to join you on your journey, traveled along towards the cow skeleton, and on the way saw some troubling stuff up to the north, some soldiers of the Lord Mueller's bringing a press-ganged group of prisoners towards the Vats of Casein to be subjugated into the Lord Mueller's service there. But you decided that's too many people for us to fight. We're very squishy right now. So,
Yes.
headed along towards the cow skeleton where you met Simon's uncle Scronch, who is a full rat. And a already fan favorite. We love Scronch. And after a little family reunion, you headed into the cow skeleton where you discovered a pool of unspoiled milk underneath the desert moonlight, which I didn't realize until after we finished recording that episode. Hey, the moon blew up, and then I said that there's moonlight. So I guess there's another moon.
Oh, shoot.
There's a new moon in the sky, everybody.
Man.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Miceborn new moon.
Milk science.
Yes, bringing a new meaning to New Moon. But swimming in that milk was a little toad who killed Simon in one hit.
That dude was brutal.
Yep.
Like,
Gosh.
so brutal.
And you quickly avenged Simon, and he decided that he was going to head back to town. And he was carried off by Fitzwhiskers back towards Milchstadt. And that's where we're going to pick up with you folks here in the cow skeleton. Though one thing we probably should do before we get too much further is figure out how we're going to divvy up Simon's equipment amongst you.
Ah, yes.
Because he does have a few valuable things that I think could be quite helpful for you to hang on to. Now, let's looking at, we've got a few empty slots. Each of you have 2 empty slots in your pack, so I think we'll be good to go as far as divvying up Simon's stuff.
Cool.
So, does anybody want another set of loaded dice?
I don't know,
Want 2
Scronch, you want to...
mirrors and 2 sets of loaded dice.
Are the loaded dice like a requirement? I don't think I have any.
No, this is just the fact that
He was a gambler.
Myles and Simon got the gambler background by complete happenstance.
Okay.
So I'm trying to remember. Did you say Dross does want the loaded dice?
No, I don't want
Okay.
loaded dice. He can take those back and use those to earn some money while he's recuperating.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll need him.
All right. We'll definitely want somebody to take the hunk of cheese that he has, the ghost beetle one, which we should probably determine what kind of cheese that is. It's ghost pepper jack.
Cool.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like
Nice.
it.
So who wants the ghost pepper jack?
I do.
All right, we'll give that to Dross. I'll paste that right on the sheet there.
My little pocket.
Now,
Is this
he
any-
also... Go for it.
Sorry, I'm just trying to remember. That's one that anybody can burn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Cool.
It's part of the new magics that the
Yeah,
Lord...
It's got enough
New
investiture
magic.
in it.
New magic under the new moon. We have a bottle of glue. Does anybody want a bottle of glue?
Yes.
For if he gets thirsty.
Yeah. I'm really craving some cyanoacrylate right now.
I want some glue.
And we have one other fancy item that is going to be very helpful for you folks. This is, I believe they call it the breathing straw. Let me check just to make sure.
Oh, yeah, we
Oh.
got that from our session
Yeah,
0,
yeah.
right?
Yes, the breathing straw is a tube that always contains air. This is a minor magic item.
Give it to Kleb.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Give that to Scronch. Okay. And then we've got a few other pretty standard stuff. We've got a dagger, some rations, and some torches. Does anybody want any of those?
I think he can take those back with him unless somebody really feels like they need more rations.
I'll take his pips.
Gonna rob him? You're gonna take his money?
Yeah. Hey, no. Well, I'll leave him with one of my pips, but I'll take the rest of his pips.
Okay, so you leave him with one pip, meaning you take 12 additional pips for yourself, meaning you now have
Yeah.
28 pips. Look at you, you're loaded.
Aw, cool.
I have 9.
Oh, nice, dude. He had a lot of overdue library books, so this is
Yeah.
this is kosher.
Being in the librarian industry is a very lucrative business these days.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
The librarian industry.
now that we've got all of Simon's possessions divvied amongst you, you are here in this cow skeleton, a pool of unspoiled milk and a dead toad's body hanging out there.
I kind of want to check out this milk. Is this a
Yeah.
bad idea?
I think
Guys,
it's
do you
a
think
grand
that milk's a
idea.
bad idea?
I think it's a grand idea. We also will probably need to wait here for quite a little while in order for our friend to drop off his burden and return.
What makes you think he's gonna come back?
He's part of our crew. He needs to carry our things.
The rabbit?
He knows his place.
I thought we paid his severance.
We paid a severance to that rabbit?
Oh, no.
You paid his daily fee, so if anything, the reason why he's staying with you is because, I mean, he's been paid. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Word up. All right, yeah, he'll probably come back. He seemed pretty reliable. Did you see how gingerly he held that guy?
Yes, but I think in the meantime it would behoove us to check out this cow carcass.
Yeah, let's,
There's no need to cry.
let's take a look around.
All right.
Even though there's
So-
still milk.
You are here in... Oop, there we go. Yeah, so looking around this cow carcass, again, it's the tips of the bones are eaten and bare, exposed to the sky above you, but there's lots of new plants and new life growing up above the rotting remains of the cow carcass. And right about where the udder would have been, big pool of milk.
Well, you said you were interested in taking a gander. I will let you do that. And I take a step back and let him go forward.
Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I've read plenty of books where this kind of thing helps out the hero. Let's see if I'm that kind of hero. I go up to the pool, and I go, yum, 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 and just try to have a little, yum, yum,
All right.
Oh, you're just gonna immediately drink it?
yum, 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 yum.
Speaking of, you have read a lot of books. I'm going to make a luck roll for you, and I'm going to give you
okay.
a 3 in 6 chance that something that you have read in the past may end up being useful in this situation.
Okay.
You think back to a book you read, an ancient lore book, talking about the primordial forces that first created this world, the balance between preservation and ruin. And you find yourself in this ruined cow carcass, but before you is a perfectly preserved pool of milk.
Does this mean the shards fatal nauseum are cows. Okay, hang on.
Gotta wrap our heads around this.
Yeah, I gotta wrap my little mouse brain around this. Whew. This seems really significant. I would like to empty out my ink bottle and fill it with this milk.
All right. Yes, you now have. We'll just remember that your ink bottle is no longer ink, but is now preservation milk.
This seems important. Also, yeah, I do want to try. I want to try just a little. Nim, 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 nim.
Dude, it tastes
what
so
happened
good.
to you when you drank it?
I don't know. I feel like I could read a bunch of books and run a marathon or something.
Yeah, you imagine that perhaps if you had lost 10 of your hit points / strength score, you might have been able to drink this and regain some of that.
Whoa! I bet that guy who died would have loved this. I mean, that guy who almost... After falling out, I really would have enjoyed this stuff.
Oh, man.
We'll have to
I
tell
like
him
to
about it
imagine
if
you've
he's
already
alive.
forgotten his name.
Yeah, it's been a lot of things have been going on this evening. Adrenaline's pumping. I got milk, so...
Well, Ned, after that, I don't think that the beef is going to be good, but I did say I was coming in here to find some dry-aged beef.
Indeed.
Can I find any?
Yeah, so this being a place where ruin intermingles with preservation, I will give you a 1 in 3 chance that you'll find some good beef here. And you do. You find some good preserved, some jerky.
Yes.
I think with all the wonderful finds we've had, I think I would like to take a look about. And as I do, I grab my monocle and I adjust it, and I would like to begin filling my cheese mind.
All right. So you're going to do that by being very unlucky for a little bit.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm looking around for any anything helpful. They found magic milk and good meat. Maybe I can find a good weapon.
Yeah.
So wait, are you tapping into your luck or saving?
I'm going to fill it up. I'm going to see if maybe something bad comes out instead, and that could be fun, and then it could kill me, and then I could make a new character, and then I could keep going.
Yeah.
Or maybe nothing that bad happens.
Okay, well, because you are spending some time being unlucky, typically in this instance I would only roll for an encounter while you're doing overland travel, but I'm going to roll to see if maybe you have an encounter.
Oh.
Okay.
You do not have an encounter.
You instantly die.
It's just dead.
You have
The second toad stabs you.
I don't find anything though, do I?
You do not. You unluckily you don't manage to find anything.
Then I'll
Unless
just
you
spend
want to
some time.
steal the toad's spear, that's an option.
I mean, I have my spear. How does my spear look compared to the toad's spear?
The toad's spear is like the tip of one of the cow ribs that he's lashed to the end of a stick. Your spear is presumably like a relatively well-made spear.
I think I like my spear.
Makes sense. But yeah, after a while, Fitzwhiskers comes rushing back in. He's like, it's a good thing I'm a hare. I'm really fast. I got there and back again in quite a short amount of time. Look at how reliable old Fitzwhiskers is, your best new friend. I need a new best friend because Simon's not around anymore. Which of you is going to be my new best friend? He's going to roll.
I'll be your
Dross, you're
best
his
friend.
new best friend.
Oh. Well, Uncle Scronch would have loved that, but, that's how the dice roll sometimes. I guess I got a new friend who I pay.
Yep.
As soon as he asked if anyone wanted to be his best friend, I stopped filling my cheese mind, and I was like, not me.
Help me, luck.
Yeah, so with the amount of time that Fitzwhisker spent going there and back again, you're able to fill in 1 charge of use on your monocle there.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
What's your maximum charges you can have in that thing?
We'll say 3.
I was going to say 3 because that's kind of how the system works. It's usually 3 charges per whatever thing. So right now I've got 2 sitting in there.
Luck points.
Kind of, yeah.
Exactly.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to, on our turn tracker, mark off enough turns for him to move. I'm going to say that his speed, if he's moving by himself because he's a hare, he can travel an entire hex in half a watch instead of an entire watch. So he was able to go there and back again in 1 more watch. So it's still pretty early in the AM at this point.
Well, I think this is a good time for us to travel. Keeping low to the ground. Scronch, is it all right if I call you Scronch?
Absolutely, that's my name, ain't it?
I believe it is, yes. Scronch, you know this area better than I do. Would you mind leading us? We're heading west. Northwest.
West by northwest.
West by northwest.
Oh, that's right, you're going to the wreck of the pirate ship, are you?
That we are.
Yeah.
All right, I think I know. I've been there to sniff around a few times. Never been out there, actually. It looked a bit dodgy, to be honest, so we'll see how it goes.
All right. So, heading out at the break of day, I'm going to roll for another encounter.
Oh, no.
All right. If I roll a 1, you have an encounter. If I roll a 2, you get an omen of an encounter. Guess who rolled a 1, baby?
Heyo.
So,
Oh boy.
We're cooking.
now I get to roll to see what kind of encounter it's going to be.
Probably spicy. Hopefully not too spicy.
All right. So you head out from you head up between the ribs, and you're like, okay, bright new day, and as you are heading out, you're keeping your eye out because you remember there was that terrible, horrifying scream that you heard from just up north of you the last time you passed by here. So you're keeping a wary eye out for things, and you can see kind of off down to the south, the dunes. There's something that seems to be maybe following you along the way. Though it does not have a terrible, horrible scream. This thing is trying to be... This thing or these things are trying to be very stealthy.
Don't look now, but I think we might be being followed.
Oh, jeez. We're bad at combat. I'm bad at combat. I'm good at reading. Do you know how to fight, Scronch? Because I'm nervous about this.
I like hitting things.
Okay, yeah, that's a good start.
I happen to have commandeered a tool from our fallen hero that may help us.
Rest in power. What? Yes.
Around us, mostly sagebrush and sand leading up towards this coast here.
Mm-hmm.
As we walk, would it be possible for us to walk over an area that was more twiggy, and I could lay a patch of glue to create sort of a glue trap and have these guys get stuck behind us while we continue running forward?
Yeah, get glued, nerds.
Yeah, I'm going to
I like that. Let's do that.
I'm going to make a luck roll for you to see if there is such a spot you might be able to use to your advantage. There is. Your luck rolls are really in your favor today.
That's our favorite gambler.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, mark off 1 use of your glue, 1 of 3 uses.
Mm-hmm.
And I think let's have, now that you are sort of laying out the strap, let's make a group dexterity save to see if this is going to succeed for you. I'll give you all advantage because you're using up this resource in order to do so. And we'll use kind of D&D group check rules. If over half of you succeed, well, half or more of you succeed, then the entire group succeeds.
Sick.
And what happens if we fail?
If you fail, then they are going to dodge the trap, and they're going to catch up to you.
I'll take
we're
that. As long as we
D20
don't get
with
caught
this
in our
one?
own trap.
Yeah, so everybody roll 2d20, take the lower result. Remember, you want the lowest result in this one. And it just has to be lower than your dexterity score in order for you to succeed.
I got a 5. Dex is
Nat
10.
1, baby.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I've never been so stoked about a 1.
Take the lower score.
Yep.
That's a 4.
All right. So all three of you succeed, and with a critical success for Myles, again, critical success and critical failure aren't technically rules as written in this game, but they're awesome, so we got to stick with them.
Yeah, they're great. They're great.
So you lay your trap, Myles, and you kind of secrete yourself into a behind a dune where you can kind of watch what's going on because you're so certain of the good quality of your trap that you know they're not going to catch you. And you see coming up over that dune and right into your trap, there are 3 mice, and you recognize them as assassins from the Königsmörder.
No.
The group that is trying to stage the coup against the king down in Jarlsberg.
Oh, no.
Man.
Do they have ranged weapons, or do they seem to be walking around with swords and stuff?
These folks, they each seem to have a sword and a bow. Or actually, no, they have sword or bow, so I'm going to roll for each one to see which one they've got. 2 of them have swords and only one of them has a bow.
Hear me out, gentlemen. We run. I don't like fighting things. I'm not good at it, and they may kill us, even if they're trapped. I'm very bad at fights.
I don't think fighting is in our best interest.
We could
But
just
I
let
want
them...
to smash some heads. All right, fine.
I feel like you'll have an opportunity to smash some heads. Maybe more opportunities than you want, but for now, I think we gotta avoid those opportunities because I am weak.
All right, let's go.
Okay, we.
They're stuck in the glue, right?
Yeah.
They are stuck in the
Before we
glue.
leave, would I kind of know how far a bow can shoot?
A bow can shoot. That's a good question. I'm trying to remember if there are like range demarcations in this system. Rules, combat.
More for RP. I just want to stand
Attacks.
far enough away that they can't shoot me, and I want to be able to yell at them.
Yeah, let me take a gander at. Is it under items, perhaps? Heavy ranged, light ranged.
Caleb, if you burn pewter, can you make your voice louder?
That's a good
Probably.
question.
It's
I mean,
pretty loud too already.
It is pretty loud already. I mean, I'd imagine like it allows you to kind of like overexert your muscles, and the diaphragm is a muscle.
Word.
So I think that could work. I'm not off the bat seeing anything about specific like range increments or anything. So I think we'll just say like we'll say a light ranged weapon can hit somebody within like a throw's distance, and a heavy ranged weapon can hit somebody within like shouting distance.
Cool.
And the bow is a light ranged?
This bow, I believe, is a heavy ranged.
Nice.
Then let's not shout.
No.
What
I
did you
don't
want
want
to
to
shout?
Unless you have somebody who can burn their pewter to enhance their ability to shout.
Yeah.
All right.
I can shout from far distances.
You know what? I'm going to put the diplomacy into your trustworthy paws. I simply want to know their marching orders, why it is they've come after us. If they're just following orders and they don't know, they're useless to us. If they can tell us anything, maybe we can avoid them more easily in the future.
I'll turn and from our safe distance away, and I'll burn my palm, and I'll say,
Oi, you lot! Why are you trying to kill us?
All right. I'm going to make another luck roll here real quick.
Oh no, I don't know if we can hear them.
Yeah, you look out into the distance and you see them shouting, but they're too far away for you to hear them.
Dang it.
What? I need you to be louder!
Ask them if they can burn pewter.
Do you have any Parmesan with you?
And
Do you guys want some
see
Parmesan?
they put their arms up in an X, like, no parm over here.
Okay.
Ask them if we come closer, are they going to shoot us?
If we come closer, are you going to shoot us?
They look back and forth between each other, and then they go,
I don't think we should trust them.
I
let's
trust
leave
them
these guys.
implicitly.
I'm going to go closer so I can listen.
Scronch, no! They're master deceivers. Look at them.
all right, so you start heading on your way. I trust these guys implicitly. Suddenly an arrow comes flying towards you.
Scronch!
You take 4 damage.
No!
Oh,
Scronch, we gotta
That
get out of
was a
here. These
bad
guys are
idea.
dangerous.
Run back, come back, Scronch.
They're not in a head smashing
I
distance
come back.
either.
I have 1 hit point left.
Scronch! Dang it! Have some milk and let's get out of here.
So yeah, again, the way that you heal is if you haven't taken any ability score damage, if you just like sit down for 10 minutes or so, take a swig of water and rest for a bit, you can heal
Okay.
1d6 plus 1 hit points.
Oh,
Let's get out of here and then do that, maybe.
yeah. Let's get to the wreck, not quite in it, and then
Take a
we'll,
breather.
we'll rest up before we head inside.
I'll give you this milky if we run into anything else scary and need a quick heal.
I feel like, I mean, they've got a bow, but they're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish we could take them out because I feel like we're going to run into these blokes later, you know?
Yeah, not if the sun does its job.
They are quite literally mice on a glue trap in the middle of a desert.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a really
assuming-
bad way to go, actually.
I'm assuming there will be birds, or snakes, or lizards.
There
Yeah,
will be
those
birds
guys.
starring Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying, nature is brutal. Our job may be done for us.
All right, I trust you implicitly.
I think we'll
trust
get
you
along
in the sun.
quite well.
Oh, man. All right, so you continue on your way to the shore, and eventually you can see out there the waves lapping against the sands before you. And as you get closer, you can see here and there a big, like, rocky chunk of melted and hardened cheese, just like peppering all across the shoreline here as you start getting closer.
Parts of the
old
moon.
Yes.
Old moon.
And
Or at least a piece of it.
Yeah.
yeah, and looking further out over the sea, you can see the wreck of a large black-hulled ship a little bit out from the shoreline, just kind of listing towards the side. Obviously, the hull sundered a little bit and kind of grounded up on the sand there. It's about noon at this point as well, so it's kind of a low tide right now, but it's still a little ways out into the ocean there.
Why don't we take a few minutes and let Scronch rest after that
Yeah.
arrow wound? And while he's resting, I would like to look around and see if there's any sort of driftwood or sort of, I don't know, something we
Exactly
can
what I was
fashion a
thinking.
raft out of to be able to get out there. I don't know much
All
about
right,
that, but
yeah.
I assume our
Luck
librarian
roll.
will be able to.
To whittle.
I assume our
Yeah.
librarian will be able to tell me how to do that.
I know a thing or two about whittling. I read
All
about
right.
it, probably.
Luck roll for driftwood. You don't find any driftwood, but you do find a hastily constructed statue of a shrew. Oh, not a shrew, a
Whoa.
mole.
Oh,
Whoa.
what a hero!
This
Truly.
thing looks awesome. I bet we could use it as like a float or something. Is it wood? You think is it made out of
I'll
wood?
let you see if it's wood. It's
wondering
wood.
about. Oh, good. Cool, guys.
Use this wooden statue of Bart the Keen as a raft.
He's a hero twice over.
Yeah.
Floating on the backs of heroes.
How much do I roll to heal? 1d6 plus
1d6 plus 1.
Well, I get 2 hit points back.
There we go. So you still have 3 left. That's more than a lot of people have when they start as a first level character, to be honest. All right. So yeah, you've got this raft, and you can start paddling your way out towards the ship there.
Sick.
Now, let me go ahead and pull up our dungeon crawl map.
Yes!
Wow.
Ooh.
Scronch, keep that tube of breathing nearby. Not a great swimmer.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I have it. Would you like to hang on to it? Rats are quite good swimmers, you know.
I did not know
It's true.
that.
Yeah, they got a bunch
It's
of gas.
still mine, but you can borrow it,
They float.
just in case.
Thank you. Hedgehogs are not very good swimmers.
I just don't
All
like
right.
water. I'm a mouse. I don't like it.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, approaching to this ship, you can see that the entire ship, like I said, is kind of listing off to the port side. So on this map, the left side of the map is tilted down. The entire deck is at about the maybe 10, 15 degree angle or so. Excuse me. But yeah, approaching from that port side, you can see there's some rigging that you would be able to like climb up to get yourself actually up onto the deck there.
Nice. Avast, let's get on up.
Yeah, I'll just dive right in and swim incredibly gracefully and well over to the boat.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I just
Okay.
Googled it. Apparently hedgehogs are very good swimmers.
Okay,
Very
there you
good
go.
swimmers. That
That's
works for me. So everybody
They
but
can-
Dross is a good swimmer.
They can
I just
swim up
don't
to
like it.
2 kilometers a night
Whoa.
searching for food.
That's a really specific distance and time.
I mean, they do seem quite buoyant, you know?
yeah.
That's true. I float.
Yeah, because I think hedgehog quills are hollow, so
Oh, no kidding. That's cool. I'm going to write on him.
No.
all right. But yeah, Dross, you just cling on to Miles as he is swimming his way, and eventually you make it to the rigging. You're able to pull yourself up, and you can see on the main deck there are globs of hardened moon cheese that are kind of splattered all over. Like, there's one that goes up over the railing and is completely hardened and encased around some of the supports on the railing there. You can see that the main masts, there are 2 main masts here, and then there's one on the fore and one on the aft. Both of the main masts have been shattered. They're lying across the surface of the deck here. There is, in the center there, a grate that has also been shattered and is hanging loose. And yeah, there is kind of an unnerving silence as you just get onto the very surface of the deck here.
This is worse than the history section. Something feels off about this place.
Yeah, so some different ways that you could go. There are stairs leading up to the fore and up to the aft. You could go to either of those, or there are also doors at either end leading into rooms underneath those upper decks.
I must admit, I am curious.
Yeah, I kind of want to.
I'm going to walk over to one of the moon pieces and lick it. I want to know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
You
you
must admit you're curious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, by this point, it has hardened almost to the consistency of rock.
Ugh.
It's, it was melted, recooled down. It's been baking in the sun here. So much of the liquid has been driven off of it to the point where it's like, yeah, even if I did manage to like break some of this off and try and swallow it, I wouldn't be able to get any sort of lactomantic abilities out of it.
But what does it taste like?
Tastes very salty.
Nice.
What
I don't
kind
hate
of cheese was it?
I'll go with
Moon.
Pecorino
Or is it-
Romano.
Cool. Moon cheese is Pecorino Romano. The more you know. I want to check out what I assume is the captain's quarters. So like towards the north or the top part of the deck. I just want to see what's in there.
Yeah,
wonder if
so
he has any
you
good
begin
books.
approaching this room here. Yeah, so you approach this door and you can see that the door itself is kind of hanging off of the hinges a little bit.
Creepy.
And looking into it, you can see there is a... let me uncover the room on our map here.
Cool.
So yeah, taking a closer look, you can see this room is pretty unkempt. There is a messy bedroll sort of right near the very tip of the bow, but there are no signs of a recent occupation. The other thing that you notice is kind of all surrounding that bedroll and kind of piled up in piles in the corners of this room are some very well-gnawed bones.
Ooh.
Are they rodent bones?
Some of them appear to perhaps be rat bones, some of them ferret or weasel or stoat bones, all of them vermin bones.
Yeah, this place is pretty creepy. I don't like this. It
There's
smells
a
like death.
stairwell going down to the lower deck as well.
Oh,
Do
boy.
the
Go with-
bones? Do the bones look more recent than the wreckage?
The bones
question.
do look fairly recent. You can see, like, as you glance closer at them, you pick up, like, okay, here's a rat bone. I'm a rat, so it's not disrespectful if I examine this rat's bone. And there are notable gnawing marks on them, not from carnivorous teeth necessarily. You figure maybe these came from rat teeth.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's
bad.
lovely.
Yeah. Let's
I'd like
keep
to-
our guard up. I'm
I'd
gonna
like
get
to
my
take
torch out.
my spear and like I'm sticking it into a hay pile, stick it into the bones and see if there's anything in there and move it around, see if I can find anything.
Yeah, I'll roll to see if there's anything interesting here. Yeah, as you are looking around, rooting through these bones,
A dinosaur bone.
you manage to find a ring, a golden ring.
Huh.
Don't mind if I do.
Cool.
Bloop. Wait, how
Yes.
big is it?
It is sized for a ferret, so maybe a little bit larger than you would be able to
Put
wear
it on as a bracelet.
as a bracelet. This is a 500 pip gold ring.
Whoa!
I thought I was rich. With
You're back in the money, my
28
friend.
pips. Yeah, dude.
well.
Gamble it all.
500 pips.
That was pretty lucky. I like this place a little more. Let's go downstairs. I got my torch out.
All right. So, gotta make sure that I'm marking things on our turn tracker here. So, every 3 turns, i.e. every 3 kind of major story beats as you're moving along through this dungeon, I will be rolling for encounters to see if you bump into
Neat.
anything. So, it's encounter rolling time. You don't have any encounters this time around.
All right.
You continue down the stairwell. And when you reach the bottom of the stairwell here, you can start to hear very faintly, like there is this little entranceway at the very southern end of this stairwell. And as you approach it, you can hear muttering. Not anything very distinct. It seems like it's still a little bit far away at this point, but you can start to hear muttering. And you can also notice, like, you're kind of on guard having heard this noise, and you can see there are a series of thin fishing lines crossing the doorway in front of you.
Ooh.
That looks like a trap. I'm gonna put my torch out.
Booby traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks dangerous.
Yeah, so with your torch to illuminate the situation, you can see that hanging up above the doorway, just on the other side, is a net containing the ship's anchor. And it is attached. Yes, it's attached to the fishing line as tripwires.
Oh my gosh. All right. Can I send my ghost beetle forward to go like mess with these guys?
Yeah. So if we're going to summon our ghost beetle, how many dice do you want to invest into this? Again, as a reminder for our listeners. You can currently invest up to 3 dice in this casting. For each die you spend, you will get 6 rounds worth, i.e. 1 hour's worth. Is that? Let me make sure. I'm going to read this from the book to make sure that I'm not...
Sounds about right, but yeah.
Speaking falsehoods for you. Magic.
If you don't want to spend your cheese so quickly... we could just kind of step to the side and cut the line with a dagger.
Yeah, but my goal is to try and get them to set off the trap. Because I think that's funny.
I think that is funny.
Yeah, so
I like it.
It is dice times 6 turns. A turn is about 10 minutes. So yeah, 1 hour per die that you spend on this beetle, apparently.
I'll just do one. And then is it D6?
Yep, so you're going to roll that d6. If
Word
you roll
up.
a 4, 5, or 6, you have to mark off 1 usage dot on your piece of cheese. And if it is a 6, then you're going to take some will damage.
I got a 3.
All right, so you're good to go. You summon your ghost beetle. What would you like to command it to do?
Go get those guys.
Before you command it,
Yes.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Can I try something?
Yeah. Anything.
Those teeth marks look like rat teeth marks,
Right. Uncool.
and I'm a rat. Maybe I can reason with them.
Huh.
I would like to turn to the chittering, muttering in the darkness
And say, we rats have an ancient catechism passed down through generations.
and I turn, and hoping to elicit a little bit of a call and response sort of thing, I start chanting,
The rats! The rats! We're the rats!
And you hear
does
the muttering.
anything happen?
You hear the muttering stop for a moment before you start to hear very delicate footsteps moving in your direction down that hallway. And you eventually see peering around, like looking out through that passage into the hallway on the other side. You can see there's like another grate on the floor there. Yeah, let me just kind of give you the description for this hallway now that we're looking into it. So the trap door in the center, you can see there is a jumble of heavy furniture heaped on top of it. There's even an iron stove that has been heaped on top of this, presumably pulled out of the galley area. And you also notice, like, as you're waiting for the footsteps to get closer, there is a trail of spattered red droplets and smeared paw prints trailing from the north end of the hallway down the south end of the hallway.
This place looks so creepy, guys. I don't feel good about this.
All right, they may be less reasonable than I thought. And I'll just turn and I'll bellow, I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules.
Oh, that works. Please let that work.
And
You
yeah, let's have you make a a will save for your charisma. I'm going to give you advantage because you are using this ancient rat catechism.
True.
If you succeed on this save, then you will have made a connection. This person here won't be hostile towards you. If you fail, this person might be hostile towards you.
Oh boy.
Okay. So a will save. 2d6?
Yep. 2d20, and you take the lower one.
Oh.
You have 9
20,
will. That's
lower
not
one.
bad.
You got high numbers.
One is a...
One thing that I didn't mention when I rolled for Fitzwhisker's stats, You guys, when you roll for your stats, you roll 3d6 and take the 2 highest. For NPCs, they just roll 2d6 and take that, and he still rolled so much higher than Thomas's character.
What the heck, dude?
Wow. The lowest one is a 6.
Okay, so
Nice.
you bellow out, "I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules," and as the head peers around the corner, you hear it say, "Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into."
Scronch, you did it! You did it!
It worked! Hello, hungry brothers. How are you tonight? Today?
So
It's around
hungry.
noon.
Hungrier than you could imagine, friend. Come and come meet poor Judd with me. Come along inside.
And you see he reaches out and he starts removing the tripwires from across the doorway.
Come join us. Did you bring some nice snacks with you for old Clayton poor Judd?
Yeah.
Of course I did. I brought a hunk of jerky.
And this
I'll
ghost
bring out my
beetle!
big old hunk of jerky.
Yeah, his eyes immediately are like bugging out of his head when he sees this huge hunk of jerky you've got in front of you, and he is like trying to hold himself back from just leaping on you and stealing it from you.
I will gladly give it.
A free housewarming gift for you, my friend.
He snatches it and immediately starts scampering back up to the north end of that hallway.
Oh, poor Judd, we got some foods for us. Here, yes.
And you hear gnawing noises, really messy gnawing noises coming from up north.
I suppose we should meet our gracious host.
Yeah. Scronch, you're
Yeah.
really good with people and animals.
Yeah, continuing.
It was just the right thing to say at the right time, you know?
Yeah, and so you continue up through the hallway. You can see more clearly now that red streak is coming from this northernmost doorway that Cleet, this rat, presumably his name is, has just entered into. And looking to the south, the southern doorway, about halfway down the hallway, you see that the trails get a little bit, the tracks get a little bit slower as whatever creature was moving down this hallway was losing blood.
Ooh.
But as you approach that northern doorway, you hear the voice on the other side saying,
Oh, poor Judd, this is a wonderful day for us. Ever since Bowline turned traitor on us, we've seen not a lick of kindness, but now the sun shines upon us here.
Scronch, your new friends are scaring me. Can you ask them if we're safe? What
Excuse
happened?
me, Judd, and especially Judd, are you in need of any assistance? Are you hurt? We can help.
Oh, poor Judd is alive. Don't worry about that.
and as you look into the room, you can see Cleet he's got like the jerky and he's tearing off hunks of it and handing it towards a very dead looking wombat.
Oh,
Wombat?
Yes.
poor guy. Yeah,
Poor
dude, poor
Judd
Judd
is alive. Poor Judd Fry is alive.
Poor Judd. Yeah, he has seen better days, I bet. But, yeah, I'm just glad you guys are snacking.
Yes. Are you you two the only one here?
Oh, Bowline, the boss, and he turned traitor on us. He went down into the cargo hold with his spiders. But we're safe here. We piled all that furniture on top of the trapdoor. They can't come get to us up here. We're safe. Poor Judd and Cleet are safe here in the captain's quarters.
Do you mean
And-
literal spiders? By the way.
The spiders are terrible. You don't want to meet them, but we're safe here.
Looking around this room, let me uncover the captain's quarters for you. There's not a lot to see on the map, but what you see is there is a bed off to one side, and you can see peeking out from beneath of it are more heaps of gnawed bones. Where poor Judd is seated is in the captain's chair in front of his desk. And you see behind the desk and the chair is a safe, and there are countless desperate scratches marring the surface near the keyhole.
What's up with that little box, Cletus or Clyde or
Cleet.
Cleet? Cleet, what's up with that little box?
Oh, the captain must tell the stenchful. He saved us from the Lord Mueller. He brought some cheeses with him, and I would love to get inside there. But Bowline, he took the key down to the cargo hold with him now, didn't he? That terrible traitor. Oh, what I wouldn't do to put my hands around his neck.
Well, I think we may be able to provide you with an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I look at the other two, and I make wide eyes, and I kind of go,
I'm gonna kill this guy. Let's kill this guy.
and I go, now, I don't want to frighten you, but I think I see a spider right behind you.
He pulls out a really rusty and jagged-looking dagger, and he spins around, ready to stab something, and he sees that there's nothing there.
And as his back is turned, I'm putting him out of his misery. I'm just gonna stab him in the back.
I got the hint, and yeah, hammer straight to the top of the head at the same time.
Yeah, I was
right.
catching the vibe too, and so my hands are over my eyes like this.
Yes, that's both of you. Roll damage empowered, so that'll be D12 damage from each of you.
D12s. Oh, they're so fun. They're like little D20s.
I know, right?
Ooh. That's
That's a
12,
6.
baby.
Baby. Okay.
Oh boy.
This guy just exploded.
Let me just check in on Cleet's hit points here real quick.
Does he have 18?
All right.
Yeah, this
Cleet
dude's invincible.
is a rat. He has 3 hit points and 12 strength. So,
Okay.
with that 12, you burn through all 3 of his hit points and 9 of his strength. He's going to make a strength save to see if he can... he fails his strength save, so he becomes incapacitated just in time for that spear strike from Myles to come in, and you have dispatched this poor mad soul.
Is he dead?
Yeah,
Did you guys do it?
That was a mercy. That was a mercy.
Yeah,
No, I know.
Poor
but-
bloke.
ugh.
He's gone the way of Judd, so...
Yeah.
longer with
us.
And now they're both alive.
Oh man. I discovered recently, guess who I can't remember what year it was, but I think it was like the first West End production of
Yes, sir.
of Oklahoma. Curly was played by Hugh Jackman, of all people.
Yep. And
Yes,
Red
I've seen-
Fry was Schuler Hensley, who I have had the chance to work with. He's very cool.
Nice.
I have seen a recording of that production.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Fantastic.
It's very good.
Hugh Jackman, what a guy.
What a guy.
What a Broadway boy.
Yes.
This safe looks like it's been well tampered with, and it
Yeah.
seems like the way to get in is a key,
The key,
from
yeah.
downstairs.
That's what it seems like.
I kind of want to go get it. It seems like important, and I think we need all the advantages we can get. And I may have mentioned that I'm pretty bad at fighting by default, so...
I wouldn't mind getting you some extra cheeses.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Me too.
My cheese boy.
Yes. I do, however, don't like spiders, so this is going to suck if those spiders were real, and I'm starting to think they were.
So, spiders... I'm trying to think here,
Fire?
and I hate to be so flippant with my use of our resources,
Right.
but spiders gives me an idea. We almost were spiders in our last few hours when we trapped those fellows on that sticky situation. Do you think we could repeat the process?
Well, we do have this big glowing beetle that can probably attract our attention or something.
You want to cover the beetle in glue and
No,
have
he's
him
a
try
ghost. I just figured we could get him to keep
I try
their
and touch
attention.
him. He's just a ghost?
Yeah, he's a ghost beetle.
He can
I made him
carry
with
stuff
that-
on his
What if-
back, but aside from that, he's
Oh.
a ghost.
In that case, yeah, get the glue on him.
What if we move the furniture off of this hole and then we put the glue all around the hole so that when the spiders come up, they get stuck?
What do you think the odds are that everyone's just dead down there and this poor deranged fellow has just been living alone in
I
his
would
boat for a
ask
while?
how long they've been down there, but I think we've crossed that bridge. Just like our friend has crossed.
Yeah, I think we clear everything off, send the ghost beetle down, covered in glue,
Yes.
and when all else fails, we go in, torches blazing.
Do you mean if all else fails?
I mean if. You're right. Why would I say when?
Yeah.
I mean if.
Just gonna roll for another encounter real quick.
Oh, gosh.
No encounter.
All right, Beetle Boy. Let's get you lathered up with glue.
I would like to... You know what? This glue wasn't mine to begin with. I'm just going to use the other two pieces, the other two fillings of glue, and really coat this thing in glue. So I've got no glue left.
All right.
All on
right,
the beetle,
Beetle.
none around the hole, like I suggested.
No, let's get some on
We
the
can
hole.
do... Yeah, I mean, if I'm using both, I can probably do some on the beetle.
One pip on hole.
One pip on beetle, one pip on hole.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Just like we planned.
Okay. So, yeah, and you send the beetle down there into the cargo hold. You hear skittering and all kinds of
hate
nasty
that.
stuff down there.
Hate it.
Now, it's time for me to roll some saves for our spidery boys down here. They're going to make dexterity saves to see if they can manage to not get stuck on the glue.
I do imagine spiders are quite dexterous.
So I'm going to start with the little spiders.
Spiders 1 through
What do you
17.
mean, little spiders? that implies the existence of bigger than little spiders.
Yep. Okay, so 2 of the little spiders get stuck on the beetle, and one of them escapes and tries to make it out through the top hole, but gets stuck on the glue that is surrounding the trapdoor.
Scronch is a genius.
And now, when you say little spiders,
Yeah, now I'm
How
going to roll
little?
for the big spider.
no, when you say little, how big?
So the little spiders, if we're talking about like we as critters are human scale, we're looking at little spiders are about the size of a golden retriever.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
now-
that's,
I don't know how big the big ones
that's a yucko, bucko.
Well, we're going to roll to see if the big spider gets stuck on the beetle. The big spider's dexterity is better, certainly, than small spiders. It succeeds. You see large legs, 2 large legs, and then 2 more large legs coming up through the cargo hold. Going to roll to
wanna
see
go
if it
home.
gets stuck on this second round.
I miss my books.
And it steps onto the smaller spider and skewers through it and uses that as
dang
a
it.
platform to avoid getting stuck. And you see lifting itself up out through this trapdoor into the cargo hold, the legs as long to you as like, and we're probably talking about like 10-foot long legs that bend and articulate along, and the face pulls itself up in front of you, and the front mandibles chitter menacingly. And I think that's where we're going to pick up next time.
It's a tarantula.
It's horrible. It's a fire truck-sized tarantula. Maybe not fire truck, but trapdoor size.
I don't know how Scronch feels about spiders, but me, Caleb, I hate spiders.
We're going to have to give a trigger warning for arachnophobia for this one.
They're the
Yep,
worst.
that's it. Big spider boy. Oh, man.
Oh boy, yeah. That's great.
Man,
We get to
there's
worry about that.
the vibe of this game, where it is so much less crunchy and mechanical. The threats
Yeah.
feel a lot more real in this one than they do in like standard D&D.
Because
They
I
do.
know it's gonna hit me. If it tries, it's going to.
I keep having to tell myself, like, avoid fights, do something else, try an alternative. So we'll see how this freaking goes.
Like, the glue worked out very well. It eliminated all 3 of the smaller spiders.
Yeah.
for you. Just this
I'll
one
take
big,
it.
powerful spider managed to get its way through.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not sure if Caleb recognizes this map, but this is actually from Ghosts of Saltmarsh.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So Oh, did we lose
There we
Caleb?
go.
I think
Hey,
we lost
I'm back.
Caleb.
Well,
The saga continues.
There he is. Yeah. I was just mentioning how I don't know if you recognize this map, but this is actually from Ghost of Saltmarsh that we played way back in the
I
day.
thought I recognized it.
So I just that's one of the fun things about homebrewing your own thing is you just take a map from something that already exists and make it your own.
put some
In fact,
spiders in it.
I think amongst like all of the campaigns I run, because I run a lot of pre-written adventures, I think this might be the first dungeon that I have populated entirely just myself.
Nice. Nice. Very cool.
Yes, the thematics seem to be working so far, like I was hoping.
I love it.
I hate it.
Yeah, right. I hate it. Because I hate it. I know.
Oh man.
I'll get
Well,
that key
everybody,
out.
thanks for joining us in this episode of Miceborn. We'll see what happens in the battle with this big, nasty spider next time. But until that point, oh, we lost Caleb. There he is.
I just recorded my my sign off, in the dark from you guys, just in case.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was the last
You never
thing
know.
you recorded.
Before we lose you again, I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and I've been joined by...
Caleb Anderton, probably speaking from beyond the grave.
Connor Wood, I'm going to get that key.
Christian Randall, I don't like spiders.
Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on Miceborn.